that fucking
then you
tongue.
try. Yeah,
Need
everybody
a
gonna brush
tongue
their teeth right.
scraper.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. I got a whole bag of tongue scrapers in here, right?
Yes,
And
that's
I've
what
been, I've
everyone
been, I've
needs.
been, I've been paying attention who grab one and who don't. I just want motherfuckers to know.
You are funny as fuck.
That's where
Motherfuckers
the
say they
stank at.
grab it. No, that's what I'm saying. That's how I know you ain't really out here taking care of yourself because there's options to take care of yourself and you not utilizing them. So
But you
it's
know what? You
mouthwash,
you would be
scrapers.
crazy. You find it crazy who don't know what a tongue scraper is. So maybe bitches is looking at that and be like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
But that's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
That lets me know that your level of hygiene is below the norm
You
or
gotta
below the
educate the
acceptable level.
bitches.
The
You
stank
gotta.
is on your tongue and between your teeth. So you got to floss and clean that tongue. You
Hey, ever
brush and
since
you
I
get the plaque off, but you got to
Mhm.
floss and
You
get that
gotta
tongue.
floss. You got to.
Hey, man, when I tell you, look how close I can go to get these goddamn things. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like and y'all probably see me all the time in here picking my teeth with the little things. You know what I'm saying?
Old
Cause
ass meat stuck in your teeth and shit, nigga.
come
You ain't
on,
been to a
man.
barbecue all year. Fuck you
Hey,
mean?
Ugh, come
I just
on now.
you funny as hell. Hey, if y'all ain't got an electric toothbrush, y'all tweaking. I want y'all to know. And I ain't even gonna act like I've been out here just living my life like
I
that.
don't be feeling like the electric toothbrush strong enough for me.
Man,
I
you
be
gotta
having to
push that
use
motherfucker in
that
between
elbow
your teeth.
grease.
Nah,
You ain't
man.
even
That's the whole
your
point.
dentist
You
will
don't
tell
even
you
need
all day that you're not supposed to use no stiff ass bristles on your toothbrush, man. You let the brush do the job. My nigga Money in there trying to kill himself, boy, with that toothbrush.
Nigga taking
no, no,
all the
no.
enamel off his teeth.
No, what I'm saying is like I don't have no problem with like the pressure or nothing. I just let it focus on the parts where I'm seeing plaque build up. I let the motherfucking bristles. What I was saying is you got to push the bristles in between the gaps in your teeth, and that get all in between the
Oh
insides
yeah,
and shit.
push
That's what
all
I'm
that shit
saying. You
out.
got to push it through. You know what I'm saying?
For
And
all the
I
folks,
learned that. I'm like,
for all the folks that don't think this is a necessary conversation, a lot of people need to be taught this shit. They don't really
It's
know.
amazing the shit that people don't learn as a kid.
Yeah,
man,
don't think
I've
it's
been raising
big.
bitches all my life.
Don't think it's necessary to talk about. But it's a big thing, man. No doubt about it. What's going on
Like
with
your
them
mama
players
didn't teach
though?
y'all to do this, nigga. I've been doing this shit since I was 5.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. My baby mama didn't even know how to use the highway, nigga. She didn't even know that the numbers and shit, like the numbers on like streets and shit. Like I'm like, how the fuck have you been like getting through life?
You'll be
You don't even know.
surprised. A lot of I knew a girl that did not know to put water in the cup of noodles before she put it in the microwave.
Oh my god,
Wow.
Thank you.
So she was
she's
just
gonna start a
melting it.
fire.
It
You know,
did. It
just
did start a fire.
I was gonna say,
No, but they
you're not
say you're
supposed to
not
put them in the
supposed to
You're in the
microwave.
matrix.
microwave them
Or not in
anyway.
the
Yeah,
matrix.
You're
you're not
supposed
supposed to
to
microwave
put
the
the
cup,
water
but
on hot or put
And
the
then pour it in.
and put it in.
niggas been microwaving that cup since the beginning of the time. Not reading
Listen,
shit.
It
I'm gonna
literally
let her
says
pass.
not.
I'm gonna let her pass with put it in the microwave, but you didn't put any water.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's wild.
I don't like my noodles with just no hot ass water. I be having to microwave my guess. I don't know. That hot ass water don't do it for me.
You used to the
No, man.
wrong way. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You made it normal.
Yeah, man. I might microwave a cup of noodles or two, eat some
That a turkey
plastic
dog?
remains.
Listen,
Here's a turkey
man.
dog.
I asked my baby mom, what exit do I get off to come to your crib? And she's like, what do you mean? No, I mean I stay on this street and this street. I'm like, yeah, but I'm coming from Nashville. You all the way in Lebanon. Like, what exit? She's like,
She
what
know
do you
her.
mean what exit? I don't know. I don't know what exit it is. I'm like, how the fuck you don't know your exit to your
So she never
street?
got on the freeway.
She's never gone on the freeway. I used to wonder why it would take her an hour to get to
Let's
my
see.
house, hour and a half. She stayed 30 minutes away. It'll take her an hour and a half to get to the
Back in
crib.
my heyday, I always used to tell the hoe, "Are you on that freeway? Take Edwards Ave. Are you on that one? Take Hagenberger and come
Most,
on down."
most
You
definitely.
See,
feel me? Like,
Yeah.
she taking the what are those
I
side
know
roads
one
that
thing.
are on the side
I know
service
my way
roads?
around everywhere. Pittsburgh, Antioch, Orinda, Brentwood, Oakley, East Oakland, North Oakland. Bye,
Okay, well
bye,
I
bye.
need tell her I need
Pleasanton,
to
Stockton, Sacramento. I know my way around.
well I
Union
need to
City,
get
Fremont.
services. I
it
need to
ain't a
look for
street of
somebody.
motherfucker. I ain't been down in Oakland.
Hello, same. I know my way
Uh,
around everywhere. I don't.
but
I
it,
have a very good sense of direction, and I don't even like feeling like I'm partially lost.
look, I feel like I've been in Oakland because I've been on international. Look, you know what I'm saying? I done rode down international 3 times. I feel like I've been
Oh,
hanging out.
Pittsburgh. We just had this conversation yesterday about Jerry Springer and Kevin Samuels. What was the difference between the two?
Hmm.
You missed out
That
on that one.
I was texting that
Who
person,
did what?
and I said Jerry Springer died, and he was like, "That's crazy. Like people over here like sad about Jerry dying, but women were happy when Kevin Samuels died." I'm like, you cannot compare Jerry Springer to Kevin Samuels. We've been watching Jerry Springer since you've been able to stay home sick from school.
We
We
have,
just met Kevin
but
last year.
right, but the imagery that he was portraying was more hurtful than Kevin Samuels, and black women celebrated
Jerry
Kevin
Springer was an
Samuels.
equal opportunity ratchetness. It didn't matter what walk of life you came from, black, white, Latino. If you get on ratchet, you can come here. Get
He
on
was
ratchet
putting
does
you
not
on
mean black.
TV. So
Get on ratchet does not mean
was
black.
that more hurtful or helpful though? Like,
But he wasn't the first. There was talk shows before him. Jenny Jones, Ricky Lake.
what was they doing it like Jerry?
Listen, it
No.
don't
Shows your
matter how
titties
they
for
was doing
beads
it, but they was doing it.
and shit like that. They got rid of all the good niggas, the Montels and
My trash.
the what's that nigga
That nigga
name?
Montel used to have that fortune teller lady on there all the time.
What's that nigga
Wait a
name,
minute.
man?
Wait a
Arsenio
minute.
Hall.
Wait a minute. So y'all, they was trying to make a comparison between Jerry Springer and, and
Yeah.
Kevin
It's a valid
Samuels.
That
comparison
is not a
though.
valid. That is not a valid
They're
comparison.
okay. So let me explain to you why it's a valid comparison, right? Because they're both entertainers in the space that are addressing our culture. You feel what I'm saying? One was doing it in a way as to where he wanted to help our culture and help the motherfuckers within our community. You know what I mean? He might not have had the best delivery with it, but he was doing it from a space of, you know what I mean, fix this. And then the other one was just exploiting it and turning this shit into a circus and basically laughing at us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
So wait, oh,
I know
okay.
y'all
So
seen
you
Rolly
saying
pouring
this?
Alfredo sauce all over herself on that fucking show.
Most definitely
Uh-uh.
saw it.
So you're saying it was the same thing just because both of them were supposed to be entertainers?
I'm
Is that
saying
what
that
you're saying?
I'm saying that they were both they both had platforms and what they chose to do with the platforms to be able to, to affect the communities
Jerry
that they
Springer is a
their target audience.
multi-billion-dollar business. Kevin Samuels is a YouTube, Instagram personality.
What does that mean?
Not comparable.
So that,
You
but
cannot
how?
compare me to Oprah. Like what?
So
I'm
So you
not.
are you saying you saying that he wasn't just as known?
No,
Like
he was
he
not.
didn't have it.
No, he
Okay.
was not.
Yeah, okay.
still trying to figure out what
Jerry
niggas saying he
Springer
was
is a
trying to help. Huh?
multi-billion-dollar
We heard you.
corporation. Jerry
We
So
Springer
why
heard
is a
wasn't it more
business.
frowned
corporation.
upon
Kevin
about what
Samuels is
Jerry
not
was
a
doing?
business. He is a YouTuber.
So why wasn't it frowned upon what Jerry was doing, but y'all frowned upon Kevin Samuel for keeping it
I ain't
real?
frowning upon nobody. Everybody get
Granted,
some money.
I didn't agree with Kevin Samuel delivery or none of that shit, right? But Jerry is celebrated for the toxic shit he displayed on primetime TV.
Yeah.
Oh well, I mean, I got a response to that. I say that in the connection that I made between the two of them is both of them was on coming from an exploitation standpoint. Oh boy, didn't I don't believe that he was out there to help. I believe he was out there to just take advantage. That's the reason why he kept going with all of the bullshit. When he got hot, he just got hot because he was talking shit to women. And that's when he started, that's when he blew up, and that's what he kept going with in order to stay relevant. Love wasn't trying to help, and you could tell he wasn't trying to help just because he wasn't speaking in a way that people would receive what it was that he was saying. That's the reason why the women
I
would get on his
concur with that
ass like that.
statement. I
Ain't no
concur with
way in
that
the world,
statement.
nigga. You can't say that you helping. People that's helping, they actually come with questions first. You want to figure out what it is that the people need, and then you serve that purpose. So both of them was exploiting shit. That's the only reason why Blood was so hot, because he was speaking from a space of them niggas that don't get no pussy. They, oh, the bitch ain't this, and you know what I'm saying? Like all the niggas agreed with it. Oh yeah, man, the bitch need to fix this. Bitch, you need to sit down on the floor and cook meals all day, bitch, and you know all this weird ass shit, like trying to beat a bitch into submission, man. That nigga wasn't trying to help no motherfucking body. He was trying to get his money up. That's why he was talking
I put
bad to
him and
bitches.
Charleston White in the same goddamn category.
Me
Absolutely,
too.
two
Me
weird
too.
ass niggas just trying
Yeah,
to
and
make some
honestly,
money.
and I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm just defending them because honestly, I never really fuck with Kevin Samuels. Everybody that know me know I didn't fuck with Kevin Samuels, and the only reason I didn't really fuck with him is because it was like I felt like he was trying to fake my real feel. You know what I'm saying? It's like as a counselor, as a therapist. You know what I'm saying? It's like I seen him utilizing a lot of tactics and like trying to talk from a space as if he was knowledgeable, but he wasn't. So it was like, bro, you're out here really faking it. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't sitting here defending him because I never really fucked with him. But at the same time, I don't feel like he was a worse influence than Jerry Springer, though, for sure.
Don't
I
let
gotta,
Cal hear that or Kev.
I gotta
You know
respect
they
the,
they
the
defending Kevin Samuel to the T. There
What
was
you
a
say,
man
him?
in who bed?
And
Ty?
Kevin Samuels said when they had went live, he had a camera up in his room too, and it had popped up when he was on live. It was a man getting out of his bed.
So are we saying that's the reason why he was bashing black women? Or is it just nigga you gay and
oh, you
you
going there with it? Oh
Nah,
my
that no,
god.
that's why they was like, oh, that's why. It was literally a whole thing. It was like that's why he's so misogynistic when it comes to black women because he's gay.
mm,
That nigga was just doing all that shit because that's how he got hot. If you
It was a
heard
whole.
it,
It was like a whole thing. Like
if you
they would not let that die down with that man getting out of his bed.
if
Coop,
you
did you
heard the
pop
well
that
he
bird shit
Blood,
up?
I heard he died on top of a bitch, so I don't know,
did it?
Okay, there's a lot of gay
Then
men
what a
that's
way to go.
females.
I
Oh,
know
Sure
that for
is.
sure from college. I know that for sure from college. The gayest niggas be faking with these bad bitches. It's
big,
called a beard. It's
big.
called a beard. I just found out about this shit. This shit
Yep, it
crazy.
is called a beard. They said Ronald
Wait,
Ronald
what the
Isley
fuck?
been
Wait
having
a
a
minute.
beard
What?
for a long time.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Wait,
It's
wait,
like
wait.
when a
Y'all
when a
got
gay
Uncle
nigga.
Ronald fucked up.
Yeah, my grandma, my grandma, my grandma
Wait.
said that Ron Isley been gay.
Holy
I can
shit.
see it.
Don't do
I
me
can see
like
it.
that.
Come on,
I can
man.
see
Don't do
it.
the
Wait, what?
I can look.
look.
I can
What?
separate. I
That's
can
what my
separate
grandma
the
said,
sexuality
man.
from the
Wait.
music,
That's what my
Oh,
grandma said.
Ron?
but not old Ronnie Ron.
My grandma said,
That
man.
nigga look
I can
like
see it. He got
that
nigga got a
dog.
perm. That nigga got a ponytail.
Yeah, my grandma said
He
that
always be having his
he's really
eyebrows
gay.
down.
Ronald
Yeah,
Isley ain't gay. What?
I believe it. I
Damn.
believe he is.
Kevin Samuel's
I
son
believe he might be as well.
has plenty of shows that uplift men. Go look in the catalog of his shows. Stop bashing that man to appease the women. He wasn't bashing black women. They were calling to his show. He told that
Oh,
woman, in order for you to get a high value man, you need to kill yourself. Like,
Oh wow.
yeah, I don't, yeah, regardless of all that, I ain't, okay, that's what's up. He had him. One, y'all, shit, man. Niggas already know how. You can't say nothing about black women to me at all. Never. Not on no platform, nigga. Anytime you ever say it, I'm coming at your throat. I wouldn't give a fuck. And that's how every black man is supposed to be when any other race can hear it. You doing anything other than that, you a fucking weirdo. Period. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it, nigga. If you feel comfortable talking bad about your mama and your sister to other people that's talking bad about your mama and your sister on a constant
Period.
basis, nigga, it's a problem and you need to fix your fucking brain. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, whatever that nigga said, whenever he said it, you don't have no space to not defend yours, especially when everybody else listening. But if y'all
Yeah,
want to
man, I'm
make it
gonna
into
defend a
something
black
else,
woman
nigga, that's what
every
nigga.
time.
I don't understand how these niggas fix their mouth to say no shit like that. That shit just don't make no sense. Especially when every other race, nigga, everybody, nigga, and you
And let me
feel
tell
Somebody
y'all
got a
comfortable enough to go over there with that shit, like that, that shit
somebody
don't
got a
make no sense
TV
to me,
on
nigga.
loud. It. Somebody got a
That's
loud TV in
crazy.
the background.
That shit
hey,
don't
let me
make
tell
no
y'all a
sense to
time when
me,
I
man.
defended a black lady and it went wrong. We was at the movie theater in Alameda, watching the Warrior game. It was like a couple years ago, watching the Warrior game at the theater. And the white lady was arguing with her boyfriend about the seat. So then she just going hard. Then the black lady like, well, can you just calm down a little bit? You know, you guys can find seats. She stand up like, you better shut the fuck up talking to me. Every black person in the motherfucking row that we was with jumped up like, bitch, we'll beat your white ass. She folded, sat down in the seat. Uh, Nigga, they called the police, all the movie people, kicked us all out, and that black lady did not say they were defending me because this young lady tried to fight me.
That's tough.
She's a piece of shit. No, but
That's
I do it
tough.
again though. I do it
That's
again
tough.
though.
Hey,
And you
I
supposed to. Like,
We
what the
told that
fuck,
that
man? What
well,
you
we told
talking
that
about?
girl boyfriend, you know, you got to walk to the car, right? We about to beat you and this bitch up. Like
Oh yeah, you got the
he got
good
a police
footprint on you,
escort out
bro.
that motherfucker.
I bet he
You don't
did.
get to play like that, man. Go over there and start fucking with other people, women, if you want. Get to talking reckless. Do it. See what happens. See if they don't come holler at you. How could you feel comfortable, nigga,
That's
knowing
the
that that
thing. Like
happened
the
in other
black woman
races?
is the most disrespected
That shit
woman
is
in the world, and
crazy,
then
my nigga. I
y'all
mean,
black niggas gonna go against black women.
that shit just
Make
weird
it
to
make
me. I
sense.
don't get it. I don't understand it. Make it make sense, nigga. Y'all doing something exactly the opposite of every other race of men, and you feel comfortable saying that shit. Ask this man for advice. So this is nonsense. They didn't call them. They were calling to get advice on high value men.
There's a way to give
That's
someone
valid question.
advice
That's what we do.
without bashing them.
Right.
You got a
Like that's what I'm not
responsibility as a black
saying. Like,
man,
y'all
man.
trying
You
to
suppose you
defend
got to.
what
Yeah,
how his
it's crazy.
delivery was. He literally asked somebody, "What is your weight? What does that matter?
What you look like, what you rate
What
yourself.
what
Like,
what would you rate yourself? Oh, you
I felt
serious? You being for
again,
real? You really think you
again.
was 8? I'm thinking more of a 2. Like
get your
what
fat
the fuck?"
ass out of here. Like, come on,
And then
bro.
he'll be like,
Well, I,
nah, like
only
look at
thing
your
I
neck.
agree with
Like, come
that
on
is
now.
to
Like, as a grown man, that's hella disrespectful. I can understand that from a kid. A kid gonna be like, damn, her neck big or something, you know? Just saying outlandish shit because they don't understand that their words are hurtful.
well, I just feel like he was he was going for shock value with the truth. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers
That's
do
it.
need to work out.
And there's
Motherfuckers is
plenty
overweight.
of there's plenty of people who have platforms who tell people the truth without hurting their feelings or trying to degrade them.
Yo, who y'all talking about right now?
Kevin Samuel.
Oh my God! Don't do this.
What side of the
Don't
fence
do
you on,
this.
cuz?
I ain't got no race in the fight, but hey, I don't, he was helping some he was helping some dudes, bro. He was helping a percentage for sure, for
But
sure.
I'm saying no, either way,
All of the
even
shit that he was
sometimes when
saying
he would
don't
talk to
apply
the
to
dudes
everybody.
though. Yeah, like even when he would talk to some of the dudes, like
Yeah, he was
I
checking
can
the fuck out
now
of
when
people.
he's talking to some dude, like it was one episode that I actually watched. He was talking to this dude who had like 4 baby moms and didn't have a job, and he was basically like a at home baby daddy.
Hell no.
And he was like, "So you got 4 different baby mamas. You watch your kids. Don't that make you the woman?" Like now, I can agree with some of the stuff that he was saying to that dude, but you
Here
could
comes
you could tell
Kevin
it was
Samuel,
something
number
kind of
one
off with the
supporter.
man.
Man, look, I
Oh,
seen
check
that
him
video,
out. What's
Todd.
up with
You
Kev,
you know the one I'm
man?
talking about?
Yes, I seen that video. Kevin
Yeah,
Samuels
like
had
he
told
was
that,
on his head. He
yeah,
was.
like
He
Kevin
definitely was.
Samuel had
But
told that
did you
nigga the
sense
truth.
didn't you
He-
did you sense a little bit of slowness from the man?
maybe. I mean, but still
Okay,
though,
I thought so too.
but bruh, you got 4 kids by 4 different women, and you call Kevin Samuels and you are asking about love and shit like that, and you only get paid $12 an hour, nigga. Looking for love should be
He
the
don't
last
deserve to be
thing on
loved.
your fucking mind.
Right.
Nigga,
Yeah,
you
he
got
love them
4 kids
kids.
by 4 different women and you get
Yeah.
paid $12 an hour. Why the fuck are you calling
He
me asking about some fucking women?
Right,
Yeah.
he
right.
Like
need
Get your
help.
help,
shit
He
man.
together, nigga.
He needs some help, man.
he
Get
needs
your shit together.
he
some
need
life
help.
coaching. He need life
He trying to
coaching.
What
He
is
figure
don't
out
wrong
need
where
with
he
you?
love
went
therapy.
wrong.
Man, look, all I
Y'all
know is this
always
shit.
tell motherfuckers go get help if you got problems. Then when a
No,
nigga
we're
reach
we're
out for
talking about
help,
No,
life
but
wait a
coaching.
minute,
Go get
okay,
wait a
fact.
go
Okay,
get
minute,
some
listen,
life
look.
coaching. Go
That's
wait a
a
get some
minute.
fact.
You don't fit the
Call
therapy. No,
criteria
call
but
for
Kevin
help.
Samuels. Call
That's
don't
a
go
Kevin
on
fact.
nobody's talk show talking about love when your shit not together. You shouldn't even
Ex-
be thinking about dating.
Exactly.
Your life
Kevin
is not in
Samuels.
Right?
order.
Do you know what
Kevin
type of
Samuels
society
should
we live in?
Yeah, I was
should have
about to
Everybody,
cussed
say
that
you need
nigga
a
the fuck
partner for
out.
everything.
homeless
Nigga,
people
that's
have
common,
wives. What are
nigga.
you talking about?
Nah,
That's
fuck that,
common.
nigga. Look, if
$12 an
I was
hour,
on,
nigga. That's common in the motherfucker
nigga,
down south, ain't it?
no shit. Well, it's not common for me. But all I'm saying is this, nigga. Look, nigga, look. If you get paid $12 an hour, if if you get paid $12 an hour, and you have 4 kids, and you are struggling, and if you call me asking me about some women, I might cuss your ass out.
I'm not,
Get get your shit together
cause
first,
you
dog.
still working. You just a victim of your circumstances.
No,
You
fuck
still
that.
trying.
Right. So that means
I
you need to apply yourself a little bit more.
exactly.
That way you're able to bring in more income to take care of
Hey,
not only you, but the 4 people that you brought into this world. And
Why are
then
you
think
guys
about
not?
dating.
I
You
don't
need
know
to get
anybody
your life
financial.
situation in
I
order.
don't
You're
know
not
anybody
making
financial
enough
situation up
money.
here.
He
But
not
why
no
aren't you
victim
guys
because
making
he
more money?
decided to have them babies. How he a
M-
victim? He didn't have to have 4 kids.
Me
Exactly. He's far
me
from a
personally,
victim.
What if the women kept the kids after he said they wanted an
Yeah, I
abortion?
understand
nah, he
that,
a
but he's
victim
still
that
though.
But
making
you're
don't
still
matter.
not a
money.
victim.
That's
You're
They
still
are
not a
victim.
still
victim.
your
That's a victim.
kids, nigga, and they are here now. So, nigga, you need to
So
get
he
your
not a
shit together.
victim.
Hell no.
That's a victim for sure.
He a victim.
For sure that. Ain't no
How?
question about
That's
that.
How is he a
bullshit.
Most
victim?
niggas be show stroking, man. They last 30 seconds. You mean to tell me 30 seconds supposed to keep a nigga? You supposed to
I know a girl that had a
nigga show
baby
stroking in the
and she was in a
motherfucker.
lesbian relationship and the stud bitch wrote her name as the daddy on the birth
Oh
certificate
no,
and now
G.
the stud is on child support.
Oh
Brittany
Damn,
no.
What?
Griner.
stupid ass bitch.
Talk about a
Brittany
victim.
Griner tried
That's
to do
equal
that.
rights. That's equal rights.
Hold
That's
on.
sick,
Brittany
man.
How the
Griner did
fuck
that.
can that even be? How can that even be legal? Because that woman couldn't not have. Who is that?
So you
Could
want to
not
know
have.
God,
okay?
man,
I
Bruh,
got
this
Not
another
my
what
I
the
got
yeah,
fuck
another
is
I'm sorry,
that,
scenario.
women.
bro?
I
that's
got
not
another
me.
scenario that's even more crazier. I know a girl that's a trans from a woman to a man. She's in a relationship with a trans that was a man to a woman. And the one that's uh naturally a woman but is living as a man is pregnant. But she's not pregnant by the one that was born a man. Because the one that was born a man got her penis cut off. So now they're pregnant, and the one who's going to be called daddy is going to be the mom on the birth certificate, and the one that's going to be the mom is going to be the dad on the birth certificate.
They are just dumb and
Wait,
confused.
spell
Mm-mm-mm.
it. Spell it. Cause that was just hella shit. That was
I can
that
spell it.
no, you
Confusion.
good.
C O
You
N
good. You good.
F U S I O
God
N.
damn.
Confusion.
That's a lot right there.
That's why I
Hey,
don't agree with Dwayne Wade's son daughter transitioning because it's still dating a girl that's turning into a boy and you're a boy turning into a girl. Y'all like the same sex. Like, why don't y'all
Yeah.
just stay normal?
Right.
I guess
So
you
it's
say
like,
it's
and it's
about
crazy
how they
because people
feel,
that are
man.
trans like that,
It's
so
about
a
how they
person that
feel.
changes from a woman to a man and the person that changes from a man to a woman, if they're in a relationship, they're calling themselves straight.
Yeah.
That's so
Because it's
weird.
about how they feel, man. Y'all made that all y'all motherfuckers on social media for all these years since it started. Y'all condone that shit. That's why we at where we at now. Y'all gave a fuck about everybody's feelings all the
Yeah, because
goddamn
if we say
time.
something about it, then we're gonna get canceled.
Hey, listen, well, you should have been okay with that. Don't complain about it now. Don't complain about this shit now. Y'all should
Hey,
have
didn't
been
the
saying
people
something.
who voted for Obama vote for the rights of those people as well?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Fuck Obama. And fuck Joe Biden too. Fuck them all.
Fuck
Democrats,
Obama
the
and
Fuck Barack
Democrats voted for
Obama.
them.
Barack Obama was probably the fucking worst president that we ever
I
fucking had.
agree. I
Fuck that
agree.
nigga.
Free
I
Trump.
Who
agree.
was? Joe Biden or Barack
Free
Obama?
Trump.
Fuck them both.
Man, y'all better stop it with
Fuck
this
'em
Trump shit.
both.
Cool,
Free
here you
Trump.
go with that
I
shit.
don't fuck with neither one of them niggas.
Y'all need to stop playing,
Well,
man.
and for sake of I'ma just say I'm gonna keep Trump because he a Gemini.
What?
Free
My
Trump.
lord. Them is the
I'm gonna
kind
say
of
free
reasons
Trump because
niggas
I
he a
fuck with
vote.
Trump
Gemini.
a long way.
Gemini's gotta
Niggas
stick
vote for
together.
Trump.
Motherfuckers is
He
voting
like
Barack
Trump
Obama.
thought
cheeseburgers, so I'm
process.
gonna vote for
You
it.
need to
Like,
get
man,
your
come on, man. Y'all need to stop
goddamn
playing.
voters card taken. We
I
gonna
didn't
keep
vote.
the
I don't believe in
Said you need
voting.
to get the voters card taken.
I don't believe in voting.
I
No,
do.
it
big
ain't gonna
cousin.
change shit,
Yeah, I
but
don't believe
yeah,
that my vote
that
matters,
ain't
so I do not. I
Man,
don't
that
vote.
ain't
Barack was
gonna
a
change
piece of
And
nothing.
your
shit.
vote don't matter. You just voted off of a
I didn't
zodiac
vote
sign.
at all.
So
I
You
didn't
do
vote at
not
all.
count.
I did not vote
You
at
do
all.
not count.
I'm voting in this group on Donald Trump because he's a Gemini, but I ain't voting in real life.
Why
She
not
said I'm
though?
Free
voting in
Trump.
this group.
Why not though?
Why not? Because I don't believe that my vote matters. They're gonna pick who they're gonna pick regardless of what I do.
That's
They
how I
got
feel too.
imaginary colleges
Damn, for real.
that vote in the president after we vote.
Exactly.
Where the
Exactly.
fuck is
That's
the
not
electoral colleges at?
electoral
Y'all don't
vote.
know. Them motherfuckers don't even exist.
They be by Kev. Kev know where they at.
They don't find out where one located. It's in the
Uh,
basement at the White House.
Oklahoma
Same
City
thing.
University. No, just playing. No, but
And see, you know what? I never really understood it, but I watched this little documentary, and I'm gonna ask in a question form because I don't know, right? But I thought the electoral college meant that we got 2 or 3 representatives for each state that can vote once they receive our vote. But I'm unclear as if they even have to go off of what we say. Like,
They
is it
don't.
say we say it's
Nope.
60-40 Trump, but if they say we don't want Trump, we're still gonna go with Biden. So I
We're
don't know
still
how that
gonna
is.
go. We're gonna Trump with the state said we could have been a red state and they could be blue. It's based on what they want to do.
Really? But
I
we're
don't know.
supposed to have the power from putting them in the office, right?
The
And so they
the
should go
people
off
need to
of the
vote. The
ideals that
people
we
got the
voted
power.
for.
No, they don't.
Hey, Dick Gregory told us best that shit is a joke. That shit is all stupid, bro.
That
I
shit
don't.
is some made
It's
up
about
dictatorship
it's
shit.
about figuring out what the opinion of the masses is. So you can influence it to a certain extent, but it's not a numbers game like putting pieces of paper in a box and pulling them in that fashion or counting every single one, and however many there are of each one. You know, if there's more of one than another, then you win. It's not that kind of space. So y'all can get that out your head. That's not where we at with it. That's not how voting goes.
It's what puppet they want in there, man.
It is
Yeah.
pretty much about, as I said, you can influence the decision, but you're not making the decision, if that makes sense. Just like you can't make these hoes do nothing. You can
Hey,
influence them.
I thought
man.
you was
You
about
can
the
Kim,
influence them.
empowerment
You
of the
can't
black
force them
woman.
to do nothing.
Kim, act like him, Kim.
Man, don't do that, Kev. Don't stop doing that, man. Don't
Act
do
like him.
that.
Kim,
Don't do that.
This
hit him
nigga
with it,
had
Kim.
had done caught me off guard and shit. What's going on? Fuck, like, what's up, y'all? How y'all
Hey,
doing tonight, man?
we was up
Hey,
here,
You know what
That
I'm
nigga
we was
stupid,
up
bro.
here acting like him the other day, Kim.
hey, come on, blood.
Hey,
Don't
when
do
Come
the
that,
on,
bitch
man.
go
blood. Y'all
do what
niggas
she
tripping,
supposed to
man.
do,
Y'all niggas need to stop that
Niggas
shit, man. You
wild,
niggas,
man.
man. What's going
Hey, that
on,
nigga
blood?
gonna find you, bro. If he don't know you, he finna find you.
Niggas too much, man.
Hey, you just AI'd that nigga voice, basically.
Hell yeah.
God damn.
I'm pretty good at doing impressions of people.
Young niggas a Godfrey out here. Fucking with it. God damn.
Low
What else,
ass ain't
man?
said nothing, man. He just up there with the Chucky doll.
I was
I'm
doing
trying
this
to
really
very
a
white
Chucky
boy.
doll?
I ain't never voted myself, but if I'm gonna vote for someone to be president, I vote for the ghost of Kevin Samuels, so he can
Hey,
get his nose injected.
rest in peace to Kev.
He trying to
Rest in
tear
peace to
shit up.
Kev, man. Yeah.
Y'all Negroes really thinking that these? No, never mind. I ain't even gonna start. Never mind. I'm gonna go
Nah,
back
say
on
what
mute.
you gonna say, bro.
No,
Say what you
no,
gonna
nigga,
say.
start it up, nigga. Start that shit.
Kick it
See,
off, Jack.
Yeah,
Which one of y'all said I vote for Trump because he's a Gemini?
Big
That
mama.
girl.
that
Oh
was a
shit, she
queen. That
done
was a
got
young
that
With
She
lady.
out.
just took
all
her
due
vote
Oh
respect,
strong.
That
god.
was a
Hold
young
with
lady.
on.
all
Hold
due
on.
respect,
Hold on.
You know he don't
Hold
believe in
on.
that astrology
Hold
shit.
on. I said
Uh-huh.
I was voting for him in this group. I'm not basing this off of a real life vote. I'm not about to go and say to the damn polls, I'm like, that nigga's a Gemini. Check
Get
mark.
it.
No.
Get it.
Because I would have voted for Tupac if we voting for a Gemini.
Hello, you
Goddamn it.
heard? But I'm not voting
okay.
for
Oh,
that nigga
because
Trump
of the
because he's a
Gemini.
Gemini. I'm saying in this
Now that
group,
you
but in real life, I'm not going to no polls and I'm not voting for anybody.
just, well,
No
now that you said
thanks.
that, I
Mwah.
already,
People
I got to
said
kick.
they'll
Because
vote.
Lowe was finna
People
cook
said,
you about that astrology.
No,
No
man.
No, he don't
thanks.
believe in
Mwah.
that
yeah.
shit.
If it was like that, I would have voted for Kanye West.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Exactly.
Wait,
I'm not
what is
voting for
We don't
somebody
Kanye?
need
based
no
off
bipolar president.
their zodiac sign.
Somebody called him Kanye West, and I can't get over it. I love it. I
Damn.
love every part of it.
I don't think that he's a coon, but
I don't think so either,
Well,
but
Kev,
uh,
This
Kev,
nigga's a master manipulator.
who,
Who,
Kanye?
Kanye
Yeah,
or
man.
Donald
Because
Trump?
if we really peep, at any time he really could just control the narrative of what he got going on. If he want to be loud and turned up, he loud and turned up, and everybody talking about him. If he want to just go in and hide in and be quiet, like other than this random conversation, ain't nobody talking about Kanye right now. He totally off the radar. Nobody's talking about him. He just let him cool off, and he got the Adidas shit back. So that nigga just a master manipulator. You know what I mean? In my eyes, you know what I mean?
he
Nah,
came.
man, he just in it with these weird ass niggas these days, man. That's all it is, man. He's speaking to that shit. And
He
these
can't
niggas is eating
manipulate
it up.
KK back in his life. I'll tell you that. That bitch is
I
gone.
mean, that wasn't funny, but
Say rocks over there. How many kids
That
they got
bitch is
together?
gone, man.
How many kids
Free
they got?
Trump. Los
Who,
be
Oh,
coming
Kanye?
on here with that Barry White
You said
ass voice.
15. What? Come on, man. Here
They
y'all
told
go,
me
man.
not to use my real voice, so I'm using this.
Okay, man.
no,
Y'all
use
just
your real voice.
you and
Bring back
him,
Trump.
we don't want to
They
hear that
told me
voice.
not to.
We don't want to hear your voice.
Use your
I'm
real
using
voice,
this
sir.
voice because this is the
Don't let them
voice.
scare you.
No, this is the voice that they allowed me to. Come on now, y'all. Y'all know y'all been growing up with me. You know what I actually sound like. But I'm
Yeah,
on.
just
I'm
like
trying
that.
to. Yeah.
I don't.
Let
Don't.
them niggas get a taste of your real voice.
When
A
the
little bit of that rah rah.
opportunity presents itself, I will.
So you don't really sound like this?
No,
This
this
is a
is all
fake
Nah,
voice?
bullshit right here, baby. This ain't
Why
me.
would you do that?
I'm
Why would you
fronting
do
He
that?
right
said,
now.
"Say me."
Fronting right now. I'm doing this for the
because he
views.
knew you was gonna be on here.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
This is all. This is none of this is authentic.
Well,
This
now
is
that we're here, let's get into this.
Oh,
Don't talk about this Negro, please. Do you see?
Corey Holcomb said your mom is supposed to be your information superhighway to the hoes, but nowadays moms are siding with the hoes. So if your mom is siding with the hoes, what you think your mom is? A motherfucking word right here. A motherfucking hoe.
oh God, that
That
nigga
shit is so
something else.
ignorant.
That
Damn.
nigga something
Listen,
else.
all my
Top.
slots are full, so I can't invite Cal brother up here. But
Now,
I'm gonna get him up here because he gonna ruffle the shit out of y'all feathers.
bring him on, bring him on. I'll just drop off. Bring him on.
Corey Holcomb then said
Hold
like
How
on,
you the
the
wait, don't
co-host
leave.
dropping him
He
off?
foulest
said,
statements I've ever heard in my life.
he said that. I wonder. That's. Wait, is that the truth? Hold on, man. I can't. Corey, my dude.
hmm
Corey, hella funny.
Yeah,
Corey
that's
got a
my
problem.
dude. He said that
And he be
Hold him
talking
back
some
up,
real
please.
it's
shit too.
supposed to be. Well, I'll say this. I do believe that your mother is your first love. Um, I think that the relationship that you got with your mother is one that you're going to kind of like amplify out into the world. So if your mama was an asshole, that's where them cats get to wanting to date outside their race and all that, man. They don't want to deal with the women in their household. So they get to bouncing like, nah, man, I can't.
Motherfucker.
I'm cool, man. I wouldn't jump on you like that. It's all good. We ain't got to say no name, but you know, but at
I know what
times,
you're
you
getting
know,
at.
that be something that happened, man. And I've said that to a lot of women over the years who have sons. Like, yo, be mindful of that. You know, really be mindful of that. If you feel as though there is a way that you're supposed to treat your son, if you're afraid that he's going to be soft, or if you're afraid that he's, you know, like a lot of that stuff and a lot of that treatment comes from fear of whatever. Um, I would say that, you know, start to be a bit more positive and fill him up with some positivity as opposed to just trying to prevent everything. Uh, so I can kind of see where blood going with that. But I don't know if Mama got to be no hoe though. God damn,
Why
that's kind of
would
tough, man.
you talk to your mom about getting some pussy? That be uncomfortable, wouldn't it? About dating,
Well,
you would
No, I
rather
mean,
go
I
I
to
see
your
what
don't
he's
father
think
saying.
about
that he meant that though. I don't
Right,
think that
but
he meant that though.
it's just
but
basically
it's
talking to your mom about a female in general, and he's saying
yeah.
he just putting it in them words. He just saying like, you know, you back in the day used to be like, Mom, you know, I like this girl, and they be like, you know what I'm saying? They would side with you, you know what I mean? Da, 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 da. Now they siding with the hoes, so it's like, are they just hoes that grew up? Now they feeling like the hoes is right.
hmm yeah, man.
I tell
Shit.
my brother all the time, nope, she's a hoe. Run away. Run away. She's a tramp. Don't do it.
Or just
How
use
can
her
you? Hey,
for
how can you
sexual purposes
spot one?
only. Sexual purposes only.
How
One
can you
more
spot
time.
if she a hoe?
You mean, you
You
asking the
asking
big mama?
everybody or what?
I'm asking. What's her name?
Big
The
Mama,
Big
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 Mama.
Big
mama.
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 You say you asking me what?
Who food ready?
That's my shit. That's my shit.
Them noodles, nigga. Them noodles.
Nigga don't warmed
I
I
up
said,
told I told my brother
TV dinner.
when he first met his wife, hell no. No, she's a tramp. Don't do it. Don't do
what
it.
she do to make you figure that out? Like how you
Listen,
figure
because
that
I'm
out?
a girl and I know a hoe when I see one. What
You
my
Explain,
can't
boy
just
please.
Judge
look at
Mathis
her and
say?
just be like
What
she
my
a
boy
hoe
Judge
though.
Mathis say? Judge Mathis say I know a crackhead when I see one.
What
I
that
know a
damn
hoe.
know? Like she had to
But
do
but
something
but
or
but
say
but
something.
but
I just
Right.
felt like at the time when they met, they were young in high school. She had a baby. She was talking about some making up lies about the daddy, and it was just too much speculation on the daddy, who the daddy was, and like all
Oh
that kind.
yeah.
No,
you know,
no,
Judge Mathis said he know a crackhead when he see one because he used to be a crackhead.
Yeah, I was
no.
about
He
to
was not a
say.
crackhead.
Hey,
Mm.
Judge
it take
Mathis was
one to
never a
know one.
crackhead.
And
No,
Judge
Judge Mathis
Mathis
was not a
tells you he
crackhead.
used to smoke
Wait,
crack.
I
No,
thought
he
they
Is
did
said
that
he
not
is
say
that
sold
that.
crack.
is that
It's
You
that
either
better
he
is
get
used
that
to
is
your
that
smoke it or he
mustache?
motherfucking
used to
facts
sell it.
He said he used to
I thought
sell
he
it.
sold it.
No, he said he used to smoke crack.
Bye. Show me a video.
Pull up the clip.
Is that
Yeah,
You
is
You
that
smoked
the
are
crack,
nigga
a
don't you?
with the
liar.
big mustache and the afro?
Listen,
Is that correct?
He used to be a
listen.
drug addict, nigga.
I'm not saying that I'm a hoe. I'm not saying that I've ever been one. However, I'm from the ghetto, and I know hoes. I
From the
know pimps. I
What
ghetto,
know
does that
huh?
crackheads
mean?
too.
Right.
What do
When
you
was
mean by
that?
that?
I know people from all walks of life. So I know a hoe when I see one. I
Mm.
know a crackhead when I see one. I don't have to try to dig deep to find out.
yeah.
So me
I ain't
telling
gonna
my
lie,
brother,
shit.
"Hey man, she's a hoe. You need to move around, dog." That's
Shit.
you're
I
not gonna get
love
it
me
from
a
your
hey
mom, but you
now,
can for
say
sure
now.
get it from your
Yeah,
sister or your
yeah.
cousin.
Hey now,
You
say
ain't
now.
have to do
Hey
meth to
now,
see a meth
hey
head.
now, the dream
Exactly.
is over. Hey
You ain't have
now.
Oh
to do
now,
crack to see a
oh now.
crackhead.
Mhm.
She got the damn.
Nah, but I
Okay.
mean, on the low, I mean, I kind of feel her swag on that because I tell my sister her boyfriends be bitch ass niggas all the time, and them niggas be turning out to be
Exactly.
bitch ass niggas. You feel me? I mean,
Ooh.
My cousin, that nigga's always spot on. He be like, cuzzo, that nigga's a bitch. Leave him alone. And I'm like, no, he's not.
Mm.
He's a real ass nigga. And then I find out that he was snitching on people and he got ran out of his hood.
Yo, there
God.
are two
That's a
things that I
rat. That ain't
never.
no bitch ass nigga.
Yo, there are two things that I never want to be labeled as, and that is a pedophile or a bitch ass nigga. That's two
You
things that I just know.
the pedophile
I
I
feel
agree
like
with,
that's
but
a
bitch
dangerous.
ass nigga, it's a bitch ass niggas that still doing their shit.
Well, my fuck nigga
Hey, check
radar
this
been
out, man.
my fuck nigga
One thing
radar
you'll
been
never
very
hear
janky.
attached to Coop name is
My
bitch
fuck
ass
nigga
nigga.
radar been so janky for the
Nah, fuck that.
last 6 months. I don't even know if I know what one is no more.
I feel like that mindset is a dangerous mindset though. Like, going through life trying to prove you're not a bitch ass nigga,
Exactly.
you gonna crash.
You
That's a
ain't
Like, I
gotta
fact.
guess
try and prove it if
That's
you
a
a real
fact, though,
nigga.
right? Like,
Hey,
I just
somebody
like,
on this podcast just said that they was like, man, sometimes I wish I was a, square.
that was
Woo, woo,
me. That
woo.
was me. Cause that's
that's
how
a
Come
I
on,
really
man.
feel. But see, and I want y'all to know, I want y'all to get to understand, because I know everybody don't know me past, years and whatever. I really didn't been through it. I really didn't been in gangs. I really didn't been shot. I done been to prison for shooting niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't live that life. But yeah, and that's what I want to say, because it's like the niggas that didn't live that life, they don't want to do that shit. They don't want to be tough. They don't da, 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 da. And
mhm,
trying to be tough, go get your ass hurt or locked up. And I
Right.
understand that. So it's like
that's a
now,
fact.
that's why I say that's a dangerous mindset. When I hear that, it's like just like I told Combo or whoever, whenever when they be getting in this shit, bro, don't try to prove nothing to me, because you're not gonna get my approval. You're not gonna get my cosign, because I look at that like, nah, that's some goofy shit, bro. You could been out here fucking bitches getting money. You gonna crash out over some goofy shit. That ain't me. So, long story long, you know what I mean? Nah, I ain't gotta prove I ain't no bitch ass nigga. But try me in real life.
Yeah,
If I
try
if
that.
I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to, if I have to show you what's real, you gonna find out, and that's when I'm gonna do it, because I'm not out here to throw my life away over nothing. But if I had to, and the niggas was trying to get up on me, better believe you gonna figure out that day that nigga wasn't bullshitting all this time. That
right.
nigga was really being humble. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
So
fact.
that's
Wait,
different. So
hold on,
that's
wait, wait.
those is
Let
facts.
me
Like,
say, let me
Straight
say
up.
this though. I wasn't meaning it as far as in me trying to be a tough guy or no shit like that. Like I think that
But,
tough guy shit is so overblown and just crazy. Like who would want to hang out with somebody who is trying to prove that they are tough
but you
all the
said,
time?
but what you said specifically is that you don't want to be known as a bitch ass nigga, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah, and I
what?
kind of understand that, because
Like
nobody wants to be known as a bitch
I
ass
don't want
nigga.
to
Now
be
that I said
known
it, think about
as
it.
a
You know what I'm
Say
saying?
he wanted to prove himself.
No,
sucker
that's why I
ass
said let me
nigga,
clarify.
like where anybody can just like or whatever like try you or some weird shit like that.
Anybody know me
That
know I'm standing
was
on business.
was what I meant by it.
Period.
Shut up, Cuzzo.
But I'm not trying to be
off
nobody's
top.
like gangster or none of that shit. Like I done been
Right,
there,
right.
like and I had done all this shit. Like my rap sheet is like is hella long, but
Damn.
that is what I meant by it.
So
Nah,
when I
that
man.
said
just
that
let
them
me know
niggas
y'all
really
some
do be bitch
unsuccessful
ass niggas
members
though.
up here.
In front of her, I tell them niggas they bitch ass niggas in their face, and I be wanting to see what type of time they on, and them niggas be some hoes. You feel me? Ain't got no nigga gonna stand in my
That's a
face
little
and tell me I'm a
different.
bitch ass nigga. You feel me? Nah, he
Not
gotta
like
put his
not that I
hands
could just
up.
accept it. At least I should be like, nigga, you ain't no bitch ass nigga, but I'm gonna get up out of here. But this nigga's I want y'all to understand this nigga's not no small nigga, and this nigga's known to have multiple guns. So I want to play devil's advocate for them niggas. I'm sure they want to say something, but nigga, how can they, nigga?
Listen,
You sitting next
I'm
to
not
a
the
gun,
toughest
you got
nigga
a
in the
gun
world,
on
but you getting ignorant shit. You call me a bitch ass nigga.
you,
And
but
that's
a
what they
nigga got a
supposed
gun
to
on
do.
him. So
Yeah, like
you supposed
that's
to
just
get
a
hit
fact.
in your
Off
mouth
top,
when a nigga got the gun on him?
off top, you got to show me.
With the
I'm
gun
out
on
of
him?
there,
You
Oh, I
nigga.
got
got
to
mine
show
on
me.
me too though. So I mean, shit.
What if a
You got to
female
Like I
show
say
me.
it
said,
to you?
Yeah, this seen
I got
many a
shot at
nigga get.
15 doing some shit like that, trying to be tough, trying to, you know what I mean? Look at long story short, a nigga pulled out a gun on me, and instead of running or pulled out a gun, period, and instead of trying to run and get the fuck up out of there, I'm trying, man. Plus I wasn't gonna run because I had asthma, but I didn't run. You feel what I'm saying? Then I got shot out there when the nigga should have got the fuck on. You hear what I'm saying? I don't know. I just be feeling
I don't know.
strongly about that
Sir,
shit.
you would
Like
have got
niggas,
the fuck on and ran from that nigga. You would have been marked in the hood from then on out.
yeah,
No, nigga, he would have been
nah,
a
nah,
smart
that's
nigga
the
with his
troll.
life.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
because I
He'll be
definitely
Hey,
smart.
peeped
bro,
the
I'm gonna be
Crazy.
real with
opportunity
y'all,
for
bro.
smart.
The
Niggas would have
bitch
been
ass
like this
niggas that
mark
y'all
ass
talking
nigga out
about
here
is
talking.
the bitch ass niggas that y'all talking about is still they living, nigga. They still able to live.
Yeah, but they exiled from their hood. Can't go
Fuck
back
the
Man,
on
hood,
fuck
nigga.
the
Them
hood.
bitches,
Fuck the
Fuck the
hood,
hood.
bro.
What are we
right,
talking
right.
about?
Them
Fuck
bitches
that
to get
hood shit.
money.
Yo, niggas
Yeah,
trip me
all
out.
man.
you got
Trip
is
me
your
out with that
balls
shit.
and your name, bro. Like your name is everything. If
As
a
a
motherfucker feel
man,
like they
as
can
a
play
man,
with
Nigga,
you,
fuck the hood. Niggas
fuck the
I
not
feel
hood.
on
everybody
shit
else.
Fuck the
inside the
hood. What if a
hood, but
nigga
they
feel like
are
he can
willing
play
to
with you where
live
you
and
But
at?
it's
die for
still,
that
but
shit.
even though it's not
You
the
don't
hood, it's
own a
still
damn
like your
thing over there.
reputation. It's still your
Bro, what if a
reputation.
nigga feel like he can play with you with your kids and all that shit? Like,
That's
Then
different.
that's
That's
they
different,
crazy.
bro.
own
See,
them.
now that
I'm
type of
saying
shit
to
is
you,
But
different.
bro. I
that
don't
The
think
nigga
That
that
type
I
of
that
shit
was
is
talking
different.
to that was snitching on
but you
people, now that I know that you were snitching on people, we can't go to the movies.
Oh,
We
oh,
can't
I told a
go.
nigga quick.
We
Fuck
can't
that.
you
go out
gotta
to eat because now I
He
have.
said,
Now I'm
I tell a
Hey,
inferior.
I
nigga
told a
quick.
nigga
yo,
quick,
Now I'm
nigga.
yo.
inferior of
Hey, I'm with
like,
the bullshit, nigga. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I
nigga,
don't
like because
know.
I
look,
feel you.
I don't know what to
I feel you.
expect.
But what Coop is saying is like that you gotta you and I noticed that like I said that the other day, didn't I, Coop? I said all your responses to the shit be like extreme, like you gonna go there every time. I'm like every situation don't require that. You hear what I'm saying? Like, a motherfucker that be on here and I ain't gonna say who told me that some shit happened. He was like, man, I don't know if I should have popped the nigga or did whatever, but I ain't do nothing. I was like, well, man, I don't think you should have popped him, but you definitely should have smacked the teeth out of his mouth. So it's like it's levels to the responses and shit. Everything, because it's like you can't take that shit back. You know what I'm saying? And that shit gonna fuck up
Uh-huh.
your life forever. So it's like make that shit worth it. I've been in there, I done sat in there having to fight cases and thought about it like, what was this about? Because this nigga called me a bitch or
Now,
something. I'm like, man, I'm in here eating these cold ass bullshit. You go
on
ahead.
the
bologna
same
sandwiches
flip
and
side
shit.
of that, right?
Man,
Come on.
Y'all all that heard
hell
about the
yeah,
nigga who then
I know
got
about it.
smashed on in the hood, marked out. How y'all look at that person?
like a bitch
Say
ass
that
nigga.
one more time.
Like a bitch,
How
but
y'all look at the nigga that got chased up out the hood, smashed on, a nigga pulled a pistol out on him and he ran? Like, how y'all feel
Okay.
about that nigga?
I
He
Cool.
shouldn't have
wouldn't
been there
Okay.
in the
advocate
first
for
place.
that
I'm
man.
so far removed from the hood now, bro.
I
Like
was
I
just
don't even, nigga.
no,
Like
I was gonna say this. Listen, I think about shit that happened back in the day where I really wanted to do something goofy, you know what I'm saying, and get on the nigga, and I probably would have went. I more than likely would have went to jail because it was in the heat of the moment. It was like everybody knew it was me. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't do it. And I always be thinking about like, damn, if I'd have got on that nigga that day, I wouldn't be here. If another incident happened, I'd be like, damn, if I'd have made that decision, I wouldn't be here. And it's like so many
yeah,
decisions because when I was young, I was actually making them decisions and then having to deal with the consequence. So then when I got older, I was like, now I'm like, I made a different decision. And now I see where I'm at. But to answer your question directly, the nigga that got ran up out of the hood, what I be thinking about sometimes, just like I said the other day, what bro mentioned when I said I wish I was a square sometimes, because them niggas is still living. Nobody gives a fuck about that nigga the day that he got ran up out of the hood. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit.
When
They
you
make
see
big
them
money.
niggas, look, most of the niggas that got
Who
ran
gives
out
a
of
I
the
fuck?
hood
think
in the town,
yeah,
let me
right?
get
that
the
shit
I
don't
think
even really matter.
Listen,
let me see
most of
if
the
I
niggas
can
that got
bridge the
ran out
gap,
of
cool.
their hood in the town, they ran to downtown Oakland or something, right? So say
Right.
I'm moving downtown, I see the nigga in downtown, I'm like, this bitch ass nigga can't even go back to the hood. He gotta hang downtown.
What's the
Like,
point? Why, like,
I
why
be
do
like,
niggas get so hyped about hanging out in the hood for anyways?
So
Like,
check it out.
fuck
I'm
that
bruh,
about
shit,
to
nigga. I
how
don't even
about
go
this?
back to my hood at all. Like,
Keep in mind that in a lot of cases, niggas that's in the hood can't leave the hood. That's what I think people is like not considering. It's not as easy to get up out of there as y'all saying that it is. That ain't something that just happened like that. That's few and far between. So when you're there and you get put out of everything, your whole social climate did completely and outright change. Every time somebody see you, niggas slap you in your head. They taking money out your pocket. Y'all not consider. I mean, all that type. That's real, nigga. Nigga knock you out and just lay you. They take your shoes off your feet. Y'all not considering none of that. That actually happens. So I'm
I
not
done seen
saying
niggas get marked
I
out in the
mean,
hood.
all that, nigga, they getting stomped the fuck out just because niggas know you ain't finna do nothing. Y'all not considering that side of it. What I am not saying, and let me be clear, I am not saying that you're always supposed to take it to that level. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is you always supposed to be a fucking man.
I seen a nigga get
That's what I'm
choked out
saying.
his car. They took the nigga car, left him on the curb, choked out. He wasn't even asleep. He just got choked out the car, and they took his shit, joyriding and
Period.
shit for days.
No,
For
not
days.
y'all ain't nobody considering that. You thinking you could
Oh
just
man,
walk
that's some
away from the
crazy
hood, nigga,
shit
you
right
just pick up
there.
and move into another house, nigga. With your what? No, nigga, that's not a common thing. That's a rarity that people just pick up and just are able to make new money and go move to another city. Nigga,
As a
that's not
woman, I
common.
don't even want to give no pussy to a nigga that has a reputation like that.
Like,
Like
come
I don't
on,
Right.
even
man.
would feel good about myself knowing that I was fucking with the nigga that people are looking at in this way.
That they send to the store. They send this nigga to go buy backwoods.
Yeah, like I don't even feel
Take
good
your
about
bitch ass to
myself
the
knowing
store.
that.
And that's the only point that I'm making. I'm not saying that y'all wrong by saying that niggas is supposed to make smart decisions. What I am saying is also consider the fact that that is the consequence, quote unquote, when we ever talk about snitching and things of that nature. That's the consequence. Now, every time somebody see you, nigga, every time we see you, we on your line. Every time.
Yeah,
I don't
I mean,
care
it's all about
if
like
we just saw you
integrity.
earlier
Like
that day, nigga. We
you have
on
to
you.
have integrity. You have to have some sort of a, you know what that's just the word right there, integrity. And if you don't have any, because you're letting people do you like this, uh, uh,
Nigga let niggas cut him in front of him in the barbershop and shit.
All
He's
that.
right,
scared to say
like
I got
Shut up,
what?
neck.
nigga.
Bruh, I can't. I
Everything.
can't.
He's
I
scared
can't.
to say I
All
got
that
neck.
type of shit.
That is more of a
You know.
confidence issue, I think.
No, that ain't. That's a getting your ass whooped issue. That's what that is.
Ah,
Nigga, be a
You
he's
letting
motherfucking
scared to
man. And
say
even
no.
in the
I
dudes
want
hood,
to hear
touch
nigga,
first.
you at the
a nigga will
barber
respect you
shop?
a
I
whole
can't.
lot more. Niggas will respect you a whole lot more if you just at least stand up. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They kicking one all the time. It's a time, and it's a time for all things. But just figuring that every single time you're gonna be able to pick your tail, tuck your tail, and run, nigga, it don't work like that. And it's unfortunate that it's that way in the hood, nigga. But you got to take that sometime. Take one on the chin, nigga, straight
Yep.
like
A
that.
nigga
You
gotta
got to
know that
eat
a
that.
fight
That's a
come with
fact.
fucking with you.
Yeah, nigga, you gonna have to fight me every time you see me, nigga. That's what you
Even if you
supposed
gonna
to
get
be
your
on.
ass whooped, he know every
Nigga, you
time he
gotta
fuck
see
with
me
you,
every
it's
motherfucking
gonna
time.
be a
Nigga gonna
fight.
be tired of fighting your ass. Like, all
Y'all
right,
done got
nigga,
my
you
ass
done?
whooped a few times, nigga.
You know
Hey,
what I'm
shit, it
saying?
is what it is.
But stop it. But we can't keep that narrative saying that niggas just supposed to run every
And
goddamn time.
cuz over there
I
acting
can't
like
agree with that.
he ain't standing no
Nah,
business in West Oakland.
man,
That
my
nigga out
bad.
there
My
tripping
shit,
on
my,
shit.
my shit, my shit, dropped off. But I ain't just saying niggas should run every time. I'm just saying
Yeah,
Know when to
if
hold him and
it's
know when to fold him. I
yeah,
absolutely.
understand
you know what
that.
I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Don't
respect
tweak
what you're
out over
saying,
no
money.
little shit. Make sure
Absolutely.
it's worth your time that you gonna have to do. Make sure it's worth that time you gonna have to lose with your family. Make sure it's worth
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
all of the shit you gonna have to endure behind that
See,
decision. You get
once
what
you
I'm
go to
Yeah.
saying?
jail, you really start thinking about shit like, okay, the shit I was doing was stupid. But
That's
Absolutely.
what I'm
when
saying.
you
Hey,
before you got caught, you ready to crash out.
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. When you go to jail, bro, you start thinking of that. All the shit that you go to jail for that's stupid, you gonna think about that shit. But if you stood on business or respect or whatever, that's different. It's like a
That's
difference
what I'm
between that street and that
saying.
respect
that's
shit.
real. Yeah, yeah,
Cause some
that's
of the
real.
shit niggas be doing be stupid, bro, that land them in jail. And it's like,
Yeah,
bro, you was on that dumb hood shit, bro. What you doing?
Yeah, that's a
that's
That's what I'm
fact.
real.
saying.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying. Like a fight with somebody's sister, brother, or something.
hey, I was just finna ask money. I think you
You
can
was
back
breaking up,
up.
money.
Cool. How important do you think it is the type of bitch you got, man, when you're going through something like that?
Oh, it's very important.
They keep dropping me.
These niggas, boy, these
Hey,
niggas
repeat the question.
I was gonna say, like, okay, so to drive it home, think about if in fact you are one of those cats and beforehand baby didn't know who you was, you get into a confrontation, and now you got that kind of chick that completely shunned you, like the young lady was saying a minute ago. You end up going to jail. She like, nah, nigga, you got punked. I can't even fuck with you now. But you thought it
But
was
I'm
the right thing to do in your eyes. You figured,
but
hey,
why was he in jail if he got punked and didn't do nothing?
well,
Because
I'm
the
saying,
nigga
I'm
uh,
saying in it, not necessarily in jail, and I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm just saying, like, in that light, to where you didn't make the decision that she approved of.
oh
You
now
get what
she
I'm saying?
yeah, that's an immature minded motherfucker anyways,
And
you know
that's
what I'm saying?
exactly where
Oh,
I'm
for
coming
sure.
from on that side of thinking the type of woman that you have. You got to consider that because you thinking somebody gonna be in your corner no matter what.
I always told
You know what I
myself
mean?
if my man goes to jail, like if you're my man and you go to jail, and I'm telling you, no, Tyrone, don't go out there and
Hey,
do
don't
that.
say my name. Don't say my name.
Oh, your name
No,
I
Tone?
just said
no,
my
Jody.
government.
No, Jody. Don't go out and do that, Jody. You stay home. You don't got to do this. You don't got to do
Hey,
this. And you
soon as
go
you
out
argue
there
with her,
and you do this anyway. And now you're in prison. I'm going to write you a few letters and I'm going to tell you, I told your stupid ass not to do this. And
Ooh,
we're done.
wait.
I'm going to throw you some money here and there. Just, you know what I'm saying? I know it's hard in the yard. So I'm going to send you a few dollars here and there, but do not count on me.
Mm.
But if you are my man and you say, man, baby, we ain't got no money, we down bad, it's our last cent, and we got to pay the rent, I'm about to go outside and make it some shake. And I say, okay, Jody, I'm going to be right here waiting on you, boo. And you don't come back because you get locked down, I'm rocking with you.
That's some bullshit.
What?
That's,
What?
Yeah, that's